This is Proverbs 24 and 19. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out." I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And I'm sure, as most of you all might have heard, the CEO of United Healthcare, a big time insurance company, got put in the spirit world. And if you've seen the video, he got put in the spirit world in a very horrible fashion. Okay? And the comments on TikTok are brutal. Brutally honest as well. Because this was a man who was collecting millions and millions upon millions of dollars each year for him and his shareholders. But unfortunately, it came at the cost of denying a lot of people emergency surgeries and meetings and procedures that many people have gone to the spirit world because they couldn't get it or they couldn't afford it. So we're just going to let this small video play. It's one of the more major outlets, I think it is. So they're not, which is probably a wise thing not to do for this sit down, but they're not going to show you the point when the CEO got some hot kinetic energy put in his backside. So we're going to let this video play and get some scripture.
Breaking news involving one of the
money. That's right.
And of course,
50-year-old Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, was shot and killed in what appears, at this early stage of our investigation, to be a brazen, targeted attack. This does not appear to be a random act of violence. It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf. 50-year-old Brian Thompson, the CEO
of
United Healthcare, was shot and killed in what appears at this early...
Other parts to this, but just listen to some of these comments. "Oh no, hope the hospital was in network. Thoughts, prayers, and deductibles for the family." It says, "This sad. Hopefully he's looking up at us right now." United Healthcare told my amputee husband that his prosthetic foot was not necessary. After months of fighting, we paid $2,000 under the table to a guy out of state so he didn't have to walk around like a pirate. It says, "I would send thoughts and prayers, but I'm busy juggling my medical debt, even though I've carried health insurance my entire adult life at ever-increasing premiums with constant decreases in coverage." It says, "Thoughts and co-pays to the family." Hope it happens again. I mean, this is... You know, you gotta check out some other, let me see.
behind me, where they say the suspect checked in here with the police today. Search this hostel behind me, where they...
Let's see. Prayers and a speedy escape. Godspeed, young man, and thank you. I mean, it's brutal. But see, this just goes to show how, as the scripture tells us, and also in Proverbs, that when how when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And you've seen those comments. And there's a whole bunch of other comments that you can just read on different videos that explain how people were trying to get amputation surgeries. They were denied. They got a disease where they need antibiotics, and United Healthcare wasn't going to pay. Somebody needed to remove something that was cancerous. It got denied. I mean, there's literally millions of testimonies of people that have had a bad experience with United Healthcare. Okay? I even saw a video that said United Healthcare at one time was the main insurance company that was known. It was the number one insurance company that would deny claims. I think it denied almost 35, almost 40 something % of their claims. And guess where all that money went back to? The CEO and his financial duty to his investors. So for years, you have people that have family members that have been suffering horribly, working hard, putting their hard-earned money to paying insurance that's making a deliberate and conscious effort to not pay for the things they need to have done so they can possibly live more healthy and wholesome lives. Okay, so when this guy got put in the spirit world, hey, these folks are rejoicing. It's like that movie, The Wizard of Oz. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. Ding dong. I mean, people are literally rejoicing because that shit is wicked. Let me put this on pause. There's an expression of oppressing the... Okay. Proverbs 22 and 22. Yeah. Proverbs 22 and 22. It says, rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. Now, we know that's talking about us, the Israelites and our own people, afflicting us through not preaching the word correctly and directly, and many other things. But this also applies in a general sense. Okay, rob not the poor because he is poor. As I mentioned earlier, you have people that are going to work, doing overtime, working very hard to have insurance to pay for the things that they need. You have folks that are going to their jobs and working very hard for an insurance that's not going to cover something that their parents or their grandparents need, because you have some people who do have their grandparents or their parents on their insurance because of whatever, unfortunate life situation happened. Okay, and they're trying very hard to make sure that their family members have the best chance to live some type of life of longevity, and you got this company that's telling them, yeah, we don't think that's necessary. We're not going to pay that. No. It says, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. And there's many people in this world who are afflicted by ailments. Now, granted, many of them are, what do they call those? Self, like you put it upon yourself, because many Americans have very shitty eating habits and bad exercise lifestyles. All right. Pork and shrimp and salt and sugars and pops and alcohol, not to say the things that are lawful are bad, but you have to do things all in moderation. Not all things, but you have to do things in moderation. All right. You have to do all things decently and in order. I was mixing two things up. Sorry about that. But yet and still, even with that, people should have the ability to have this thing called health insurance, and when they need it, it will work for them. Now you got folks just chilling at home with abscesses and cancers and bacterial infections and CHF. You got folks really fucking struggling out here trying to live and do the best they can and try not to go into the hospital because they're like, well, my insurance is not going to pay what I need for it to do, but I don't want to go to the hospital because I don't want to use the ER like a doctor's office and pay some astronomical ER bill. All right? Because shit like this is a trickle effect. And it says in verse 23, for Yahweh will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them. And hey, there's been a lot, looking at that comment section, you can tell that there was a lot of people who were thinking at one time or another, that motherfucker's going to get his one day. I pray to God he gets his and he gets his good. And lo and behold, what do you know? He finally got his. He finally got his. Because the comments get even more brutal than that. And this is why these people are rejoicing. Because they're like, this is what this guy deserves. For the years of blatant disregard that he's had for the life of supposed clients who are paying their hard-earned money toward his insurance company just to be defrauded. Okay? And it says, for Yahweh will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled him. Right. So he made all that money. And guess what? He can't do shit with it now. He made all that, and even better, that man was going to a board meeting. He was meeting with all the he was having like some type of shareholders meeting. And he got put in the spirit world. And meaning many people who were doing these videos, they were saying that the members of the board, when this happened, were walking over and walking past them. Like, hey, we still got to keep this board meeting. We still got to be on time with these meetings. But supposedly, once they heard that the guy who got popped outside was the CEO, they was like, well, I guess we can stop it. And the funny thing is, guess what? His job position is already up. They showed that you can go to a website and look up, and his job position is already up to be filled. It's an evil world we live in. But yeah, this guy, Galatians 6 and 7, be ye not deceived, for the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. His time eventually came. It's like the scripture says, because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, it is fully set in the hearts of men to do wickedly. I believe that's how it goes. Sentence evil work. Why can I not find this? Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Okay? This man was getting away robbing folks for years and years and years at the price of them suffering. And then, just like that, this man was stalking him like a jungle predator, waiting, and got him. Go watch the video. It's on TikTok. Watch it before they take it down. The man did it so damn smooth. I was like, wow. You could tell it wasn't his first time putting somebody in the spirit world. But yeah, that man got. And folks are jumping up and down happy like good riddance. Because this man thought that he would be in a situation where he could just oppress and afflict people and there'd be no consequences. And this has sent shockwaves all throughout the country. Okay? So much to the point, folks are now putting up videos with other CEOs like, yeah, this is the CEO of Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. You know, they're trying to say that if you have a procedure where you need anesthesia and it goes past a certain time, then you're going to have to start paying out of pocket. Just keep an eye on this person. You know, that's how they say it. Basically, read between the lines. Yeah, get her ass too. And this seems to be a sentiment that a lot of people across America are standing behind. Because it goes to show how the so-called little man is tired of being kicked around, tired of being abused, basically tired of being shitted on. And what I said about that Anthem Blue Cross, that is a true story. Go look that up too. If you have a procedure that you need anesthesia for, if it goes past a certain time that the insurance company allowed, the insurance company said, we're not going to pay, you're going to pay out of pocket. I believe it was, was it like New York? Was it Connecticut and Missouri? It was like 3 states that's enacting this, but you got to be careful because they might try to do that in all 50 states, not only with just Blue Cross, but all the other major health cares. Okay? your Blue Cross Blue Shield, United, Cigna, Aetna. And I'm kind of in agreement with many of these other people in the sense that this CEO from United Healthcare, he's not going to be the only one. So this is definitely something to keep your eye on. But that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all were edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.